Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another casual arena run video for Fire Emblem Heroes. This time we're going to be showcasing the freshly merged Camillas, or at least some of them, on the team, with a specific showcase for Brave Choose Your Legends 3 Camilla. So for one thing, I thought this would be a great opportunity to showcase some of the lesser represented Camillas on a lot of runs that we do, namely Adrift Camilla and Hotsprings Camilla, so we put those on the team. Now, I was a little concerned that this might be a little bit too run-of-the-mill, a little dry and uninteresting to watch, so we're going to add a little twist to this, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at the Camillas and the builds that we have for them. Here we have Steamy Secrets Camilla, Hotsprings Camilla merged at +10, obviously is neutral, has her native Ouch Pouch Plus with an attack refinement, reposition, Luna, Death Blow 3, Flyer Formation for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Quick Impulse 3, or Quick Impulse, not 3, for the seal. And here we have Flower of Fantasy Camilla, Adrift Camilla, only merged at +1 for the time being, has an attack asset, has her native Book of Dreams as her weapon, reposition, Draconic Aura for the special, attack Res Bond 3 for the A slot, Desperation 3 for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and attack Speed Bond 3 for the seal. And finally we have Spring Princess Camilla merged at +10, has 5 Dragon Flowers as well, has a speed asset, Raven Triangle Adept build, reposition for the assist, Draconic Aura for the special, Vantage for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Distant Defense 3 for the seal. She is also summoner supported. So here's the twist. I put out a build guide video for Brave Camilla. I emphasized how versatile she was, how many builds she could run. So what we're going to do today is, for each of the 5 matches in Arena, we're going to use a different build for Brave Camilla. So upon entering the battle, I'll make sure to show what build we're running and what the strategy in general is going to be with that build, but hopefully that'll spice things up a little bit from just kind of the general norm. Now, despite the relatively high merges on this team, they are all ranged units, so they do suffer some BST and other issues, so I don't think it's going to score particularly well, but at the same time, we're just looking to have some fun, so hopefully we can have that fun as we're going through this run. So let's begin. Alright, so first we're actually going to do a little bit of cheating. We're going to do it out of order. We're going to use Brave Camilla's Absorb build first, because I already have all of the Camillas set up this way and I'm too lazy to change it. This also happens to be the Brave Camilla build that is incidentally the hardest to showcase, just because I have kind of a bootleg version of it since I don't have close counter on her. So she has Absorb Plus with the Wrathful Refinement, so that she can tank those hits, get back some health. When she's initiating on enemies, she also gets back health. Miracle improves her tankiness. If she's going to be tanking hits on enemy phase, she'll be able to charge up that relatively easily. Doesn't have close counter, unfortunately. Does have guard to prevent special activations against her that have the possibility of one-shotting her. Hone Flyers for the C slot and Iota Shield for the seal. And then I've modified the rest of the Camillas to actually allow for additional defensive boosts. So as you can see, Steamy Secrets Camilla has Ward Flyers here. Flower of Fantasy Camilla has Drive Res and Fortify Flyers here. And Spring Camilla has Ward Flyers as well as Drive Defense 2. So we'll be able to give her plenty of defensive buffs so that she can tank some hits, hopefully. And first up, we have a Tharja, rocking that Byleth hat. Alright, so unfortunately Tharja is the only one we're going to be able to tank. But everybody else has a distant counter, so we should still be able to see, at least to some effect, the Absorb build in actions. So let's take a full look at the enemy team. We have Tharja here merged at +10. Attack asset has Tharja's Hex, so her weapon refined. Reposition Ether has close counter. Speed Res Link 3, Odd Attack Wave 3, and Even Defense Wave 3. So regardless of the turn number, she's going to get at least some sort of visible buff and some sort of boost to her Tharja's Hex. Faye is merged at +8. Okay, has a speed asset, Lightning Breath Plus, Speed Refined, Reposition Ether, Steady Breath, Quick Riposte, Drive Res, Chill Attack. Yep, okay. Nohr merged at +8, so well on their way to merging and +10ing these characters. Speed asset, Lightning Breath Plus. With a Speed Refine, Reposition Ether. This is a little bit of deja vu. Steady Breath, Quick Riposte, Drive Defense 2, and Chill Speed. Okay. And then we've got Pan here. Only merged at +1, interestingly enough. Togwell Fang, Reposition, Luna, Death Blow, Chill Speed, Death Smoke, and Brazen Attack Speed. So they've got Chill Attack, Chill Speed, and Chill Speed. So I have a feeling that Pan was not originally a member of this team. I have a sneaking suspicion that that's the case. Considering she's the least merged, has Chill Speed when there's already Chill Speed on the team. But regardless, I think relatively straightforward. Let's go ahead and move up. I want to showcase, to the best of my ability, the Absorb Plus build, and we're going to make sure that Brave Camilla has a Fortify boost to her. So that's one of the more important aspects of this. So you want to make sure that we do have Adrift Camilla next to Brave Camilla. Here we go. Alright, so at this point, I think we probably want to wait out, if we can, wait out the odd attack wave. Yeah, we may as well. And we can also just kind of clear some space for ourselves, I think. Alright. And we shouldn't really have too much difficulty tanking hits here. And we got Tharja up front, which is exactly what we want. Because I think, if all things go well, we should be able to tank her without too many problems. So again, the idea is giving Camilla all of the drives that she needs in order to tank this hit, and hopefully it goes well. Oh wow, I completely forgot that. I didn't even see that Pan could transform. Okay, well, oops there. There was a goof on my part, but Camilla didn't take any damage, so that works out. If only I had close counter, man. Okay. That's fine. And now we can take out Pan, restore our health. So that's awesome. There we go. Alright. We'll get the Fortify buff for next turn by keeping Adrift Camilla there. So let's just kind of shift to the side here. And now we can just tank Tharja again.
If that's what you want.
This time, no surprise Pans to shoot in and do 0 damage. And naturally, Tharja she can't charge her special, she can't do damage. So she's really just a non-threat here. We can continue to use the defense tiles to our advantage. And at this point we can finish off Tharja. Restore the rest of our health. There we go. And again, continuing to give her that Fortify buff. And now we obviously have to start initiating, so let's just go ahead and initiate on Nohr here. Since we don't have that close counter, unfortunately. Okay, so she has steady breath, so she is getting a charge. And it looks like she's going to be able to do Ether, but hopefully it's not going to kill. Yep, okay, we can tank that Ether. Because we have all the defensive buffs like we want. Alright, so yeah, this is how we want to do it. We want to continue getting that Fortify buff. Alright. Can we attack? Yeah, we can attack Faye and survive. So again, this is showcasing the survivability of the Absorb build. Not an ideal scenario, obviously. Again, no close counter, but she's able to tank all these hits and get back all this health and tank all these ethers. And, oh man, this is like a battle of attrition for sure. Okay. So something we probably want to do it this way, right?
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go. Oh, whoops. That was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. Do they have renewal? They do not have renewal, so I don't have to worry about that. That was, I kind of just screwed up there, but we're still okay. Slip of the finger, it happens. But that does get Faye off of a defense tile, so we should be able to finish her off. Heal back up a little bit. And even if they attack, Brave Camilla does have Miracle ready too, so she doesn't really have to worry too much about that. I'm wondering if... And I think she does actually still have enough health for the push skill to remain active, so... Yeah. Alright. Okay, and that should do it. There we go. Got that Everlast Camilla. Keeps going and going and going. Can't kill her. Alright, so next up we have a Candlelight Plus build. So this build is centered around allowing her allies to take on enemy phase units that have powerful specials procced, or just rely on Vengeful Fighter, or Distant Counter, things like that. And this will basically allow her to neutralize all of those threats with Candlelight by inflicting the cannot counterattack ability, basically. We also supplement that with Guard, because we want her to poke the enemy, making them vulnerable and susceptible to player phase attacks, while also not charging their specials, so that's important. And then we do double Savage Blow, because using Candlelight, that neutralizes any vantage threats. So we're perfectly free to just kind of pick away at them, and pick away at the enemy, do residual splash damage to them, and regardless of whether or not Vantage is active, they can't counterattack, so we should be good. The only major threat to this, of course, is if there's a Nyla on the team, which we'll see if there is one. Obviously, there is one for the beginner tier here, but we're going to be engaging on this this legendary Roy. Let's see what the rest of the team is. Okay, so Surtur's certainly an enemy phase unit. Reinhardt absolutely is not an enemy phase unit. Roy has Dragonbind, and he can be a little tricky to initiate on. And Azura is just an annoying dancer. So I think first and foremost, let's go ahead and just go through their builds, I guess. So we have Legendary Roy here, has his Dragonbind, so he does have built-in Distant Counter, Reposition Ether, merged at +1 and has a speed asset, bonus doubler 3, renewal as well as human virtue, and sturdy blow 2. We've got Reinhardt here merged at +10, attack refine, or attack asset I should say, dire thunder, drawback, moonbow, death blow 3, lance breaker, savage blow 3, and quick impulse. Nothing particularly exciting here, only lance breaker 2. Surtur merged at +7. Wow. Okay, so this guy or gal really went in on Surtur thinking they're, you know, the next big thing. He's really not. But plus defense, Sinmara, rally defense res, ether, steady stance 4, wary fighter, Surtur's menace, and renewal. Doesn't have distant counter anyway, so we would just be able to poke him regardless. And then we've got Azura here, merged at +2. Okay, has a speed asset, prayer wheel, gray waves, ether. I guess for scoring purposes. Yeah, B dual flying 3. Aerobatics, attack tactic, and guidance. Okay. Well, the immediate threat is Reinhardt just because he's annoying, so the easiest way and the most reliable way to take care of Reinhardt, being a strict player phase unit, is to just plant Spring Camilla right there. And she'll have absolutely no difficulty destroying him. Do I have anything else to worry about as far as shenanigans with Roy? I don't think so. And Surtur naturally does not have Armor March, so I think we're perfectly fine here. So, he's getting all those buffs. Goodbye, Reinhardt. You know, I never get tired of seeing this.
I'll give it my all.
He's giving it his all. Aw, nice try. Okay. Reinhardt's down. Roy is making his approach, and I think this is where we want to... What do we want to do? Alright, so at this point Roy has overextended. He's really not a threat anymore, so I think I just want to position myself so that Brave Camilla is up top and can kind of snipe.
Let's dream.
I think that's fine. Just let him continue to approach. And Surtur can continue trudging along. So we're going to hit Roy. Okay. We're going to hit Roy with the Flash Plus. It's going to almost kill him, so it doesn't even matter. Alright. So he can't counterattack for what it's worth. If he had Vantage, this would have been an excellent demonstration, because then we would see how this basically nullifies the threat of his distant counter Vantage. But no, it doesn't do anything like that. So let's just finish off Roy. That's fine. This is what we get for trying to have a little fun. Alright, so Roy is down. And now we can just kind of reposition safely away. And Surtur again is going to just make his approach. Alright. So it doesn't really matter too much, but let's poke at Surtur anyway, in the spirit of doing this right. We're going to poke at Surtur and neutralize his enemy phase ability. Do some splash damage on Azura, which is fine. And then we can... I didn't actually screw this up, did I? I don't think so. I think I can just double reposition away. And then Legendary Azura should kill herself. Oh no. Oh, okay, so Surtur's gonna do a stupid little rally thing. That's fine. I want to just kill Azura. So I think I'm gonna just kind of do one of these.
I'm listening.
So Azura should... Is she going to prioritize the dance? She is going to prioritize the dance. Okay. Well, that is sufficiently annoying, so let's go ahead and take out Azura right now. And we will do some splash damage on Surtur here. Just a little.
Beautiful. How's the water?
And now we can finish off Surtur.
Spring is
However we want to, really.
lovely. Beautiful.
In the
If
spirit
that's what you
of
want.
using Candlelight. I'm just gonna keep candlelighting him. Yeah, let's finish off with Hotsprings, Camilla.
Take a look.
Alright. Well, not the best showcase of Candlelight, but I don't know. You got to see some splash action, I guess, a little bit there. And in theory, it would have been pretty cool to see the neutralization of like some vantages and distant counters here, but that was not here in any of the builds. Next, we're going to be showcasing the Witchy Wand Plus build with Goad Flyers for the C slot and Flyer Formation for the seal. So the intent behind Witchy Wand Plus is basically to neutralize any specials or units that rely on their specials for damage, any units that really capitalize on bold fighters like the fighter skills or the breath skills. So Witchy Wand should do a pretty good job at eliminating those threats. So we've got a Canagus here. Let's see what else is on deck for this enemy team. Oh hey, a Brave Camilla at the very least. Got a Noe as well as a Corrin. So let's go ahead and go through. Corrin's actually pretty promising too because he has Gale Force apparently. Okay, well, let's start at the top. So we've got Canagus here. Has a res asset merged at +8. Wow, okay. Lion King Fang, Swap, Bonfire, Svalin Shield, Vengeful Fighter, Distant Guard, and Close Defense. Okay, pretty formidable defenses here. We've got Corrin, Male Sword Corrin. Merged at +10, has his Refined Yato. He is plus speed, reposition, Gale Force, Swift Sparrow 2, Axe Breaker, Drive Speed 2, and Flashing Blade. Okay, so he is going to be relying a little bit on the specials. We might just tank a hit from him just to show that off. We've got Noe here. Has a defense asset, Lightning Breath Plus with a Res Refine, Reposition Ether, merged at +10, has Warding Breath, Vantage, okay, Drive Res 2, and Quick Riposte 3. And finally we have a neutral Brave Camilla, maybe it may have been this person's free pick, has her native Sangreater, Restore Plus, Miracle, Attack Speed Push 4, Wrathful Staff, has her default attack tactic as well as Brazen Attack Speed 3. Okay, alright, so let's take a look at how we want to approach this. I think we can honestly, it's the same map as last time, I think we can pretty frankly go straight up the middle. I almost want to say we could probably bait Brave Camilla forward since she's probably one of the bigger threats. Canagus is going to be a threat on these defense tiles, which is going to be annoying, but he's never going to activate Bonfire, so that's the thing. You know, we don't have to worry about him ever activating Bonfire, and that's actually a huge thing, and that's one of the advantages of Witchy Wand. So let's just shift forward, really. So I was gonna say, if Brave Camilla overextends, she's basically dead at this point. We could definitely use Spring Camilla to take her out. That would not be an issue at all. Definitely not be an issue. But I want to see if we can. Yeah, we can. So we can use Flyer Formation and Witchy Wand Camilla to take out Brave Camilla here. So Camilla side, unfortunately. Now she's too far away to actually affect anybody else with the Witchy Wand effect. But that's okay. We can just shift forward, edge our way up the danger area. So who do we target now? I mean, I guess we just make our way through. So we can take out Male Corin with Witchy Wand Camilla. I mean, she's just so strong on offense that I don't even know if we're going to be able to see the effects of. Well, maybe we can. So now they have the guard effect on them, right? So now I can actually initiate on Canagus, and he's basically he basically can't do anything about it. I mean, more like he's not going to be able to charge his special. He's not going to be able to do Bonfire. As you can see, the guard effect is on him right now. He gets obviously the additional charge. Like he gets 2 charges, so guard neutralizes one of those charges. But yeah, he just can't get that Bonfire off. So that is exactly what we want to see, working as intended. And now we can finish off Nohr with Witchy Wand. Yeah, so we can attack her. She's not going to get any. She's going to get 1 charge basically instead of the usual 2. Oh wait, she did get 2. Why did she get 2 charges? Oh wait, oh right, she didn't have the guard effect on her after she took her turn. Right, so we reset her special. Alright, so there we go. She reset her special, still at a 6 cooldown, and now we can finish off Nohr with let's do Hotsprings Camilla again. So we are seeing advantage here.
The water's fine.
Alright, there we go. Now of course if she had been able to charge her special, that advantage with Ether procced and ready would have been a real threat, but it wasn't. Next up, we have a showcase of the infamous Pain Plus build. So capitalizing on maximum splash damage, we have Pain Plus with a Dazzling Refine, Wrathful Staff, and then double Savage Blow here, just to, again, make sure that we do as much splash damage as possible. And we're going to be facing up against a Camilla here. Let's go ahead and see. So we're hoping that the enemy clumps together. Unfortunately, it's not all flyers, which would have been ideal. All flyers, all armors, stuff like that, that would have been really nice. But let's go ahead and take a look at the enemy team. So we have Camilla here, merged at +10. That's what I'd like to see. She is neutral. Camilla's act with an axe with her special refine, although she's not paired with. Oh no, she is paired with a flyer. I forgot Micaiah is a flyer. Reposition, Iceberg, distant counter, quick riposte, speed ploy, and distant defense 3. Not a bad build. We've got Marth here, masked Marth here. Neutral naturally, merged at +10. Has her refined Falchion, rally speed defense, ether, distant counter, quick riposte, res tactic, and defense tactic. So doubling up on those tactic skills. And we've got Micaiah here, Brave Micaiah, merged at +2, res asset. So got a whopping 44 res here. Light of Dawn, Ardent Sacrifice, Glimmer, attack res, bond 4, Yoon's Whispers, Ground Orders, and Iot Shield. And then we've got Effie over here, merged at +10, plus HP Effie. Berkut's Lance plus with a res refine, pivot, bonfire, distant counter, wary fighter, panic ploy, and close defense. So a lot of Hectors died for this team. Or, I guess, or Nyla's maybe, potentially, or Ike's, the Valentine's Ike. Okay, well, I think what we can do here is we can comfortably approach. What I'd like to see is for Camilla and Micaiah to kind of move in tandem. Can't really force that, but let's do the best that we can. So I think we're going to move Adrift Camilla up because she counters both of them. And on this particular map, unfortunately, Masked Marth and Effie are really just not threats. So, but they are perfectly positioned for some nice splash damage, so that is precisely what we're going to do. How do we want to do this? Do you want to maybe take out Micaiah? Oh, we can't take out Micaiah. Yeah, that res. Oh, jeez. That res. That res, and then the bond effect of the neutralizing the boosts and everything else. But all that res isn't going to save you against some splash damage. So let's take out Masked Marth and let the Pain Plus build do its work. Yeah, look at that. Alright, and that should be enough, yeah, to allow us to take out Micaiah. There we go. I want to see if I can lure them together a little bit. Maybe? There we go, nice. Alright, so let's keep this train going. We'll attack Effie here. Do some Pain Plus damage to her. There we go. And, yeah. I know I shouldn't really be playing with my food here, but, we're just gonna let them approach one more time. Yeah. And then one more bit of splash damage on Effie. There we go. And, we'll let Spring Camilla take the kill this time. She would have killed anyway. It doesn't really matter. She may not have broken the Wary Fighter. So that's another advantage of the splash damage. Reduces the effects of things like Vengeful Fighter and Wary Fighter. Quick Riposte, all those nice things. So last but not least in our showcase, we have her original native staff, Sangreether, with attack, speed push 4, Miracle, Restore Plus, Wrathful Staff, Goad Flyers, and Renewal. For that seal, just to keep that sustain up. So, looks like we've got a Picnic Flora here. Let's see what the rest of the team is going to be. Interesting. So it's all armors. Do they have Armor March? I'm suspecting they will. They won't. They won't at all, actually, which is kind of unfortunate. It's actually really unfortunate, and the reason why being we're not going to be able to see Sangreether's gravity effect at all. None of them have Armor March. They all have one movement anyway, so it really just plays no effect, which is unfortunate. That's a little unfortunate. We're not going to really see the gravity in action, but it will demonstrate just, how powerful this staff is, regardless. I mean, even if you're not relying on the gravity effect, it really doesn't matter. The staff is just devastating, so we're going to demonstrate that now. How do we want to play this? Oh, actually, I didn't even take a look at the enemy team. So, Picnic Flora here. I keep forgetting to do that. Picnic Flora here, plus res, is merged at +1. Has her Seymnir, Swap Soul, has Fortress Defense res 3, Bolt Fighter, Death Smoke, Steady Stance 1. Got Christmas Fae, has a plus defense asset. Lightning Breath Plus with an attack refine. Swap Noontime, merged at +10. Wow, that is quite a commitment. Svalin Shield, Vengeful Fighter 3, Attack Smoke, and Darting Stance 3. Next up we do have Surtur, plus attack, merged at +10. Sinmara Swap Soul has Warding Stance 4, Wary Fighter 3, and Surtur's Menace. No seal. Very interesting. And then we've got Eliwood over here. Valentine's Eliwood, naturally neutral. Casablanca Plus has a Res Refine, Swap Noontime, Distant Counter. Vengeful Fighter, Close Defense, and Close Defense and Attack Smoke 3, merged at +6. Okay. So all relatively manageable, I would say, at least as far as Brave Camilla is concerned. So how do we want to play this? I think we're going to put Brave Camilla up front and center, and then just kind of provide the necessary buffs around her. Because there aren't any movement shenanigans, there's not even any pivots on the enemy team, are there? No, they're all swaps, so you know, there's no movement threat here, is what I'm getting at. So we can actually just take out Flora right now by doubling her on player phase with Brave Camilla. And, you know, she did Gravity Fae, but more or less, Brave Camilla is going to be able to, I mean, sweep this pretty much. This would have been a good map and a good enemy team for the Pain build as well. But yeah, she's just going to make short work of this enemy team. This is unfortunately going to be pretty boring. And this is exactly what I was worried about. This is what I didn't want to have happen during the arena video. It's just Brave Camilla one-rounding every single unit that approached. And that's why I decided to mix it up, you know? I decided to change it up, do different builds, and I'm glad I did, because we did get a couple of cool battles out there. I think the Absorb one was actually kind of interesting, at least. Yeah. And Surtur has Ward, yeah. Surtur has Wary Fighter at least, so let's see. Actually, can I one-shot him? Like, even with all of the... Let's see.
If that's what you want, let's dream.
Oh, he survives with 1 HP, really? I wanted to be able to one-shot him, like, even with his, like, stupid warding stance and his 38 res, and... yeah, that didn't pan out, unfortunately. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and leave him with his 1 HP, so he can sit there and think about it. Think about what he's done.
Well, lovely.
Okay. And now we'll just finish him off. Here we go. So that's it. That is the arena run of Camilla Emblem, featuring Brave Camilla and some of the lesser represented Camillas in Camilla Emblem. I had fun with it, even, like, you know, dancing around with the different builds and things like that, just to try to showcase how versatile Brave Camilla really can be. She can run all kinds of different staves, all kinds of different sets, and she's super, super powerful in player phase, so in a lot of instances, those differences aren't going to be crystal clear, but she'll be able to provide different strategies for you to play around with, and different abilities for you to play around with. So yeah, that's going to do it. Obviously, a pretty high merge team, but all ranged flyers. So that BST, and some Gen 1 flyers, obviously. So that BST is really taking a hit here, so obviously we didn't score particularly high. I'm going to have to do another run or two throughout the course of this week. But I had a lot of fun with this. I hope you did too. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and taking some time out of your day to spend with us. We really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.